guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel.
And a big thanks to Mike at Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Mike.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Ram pickup started off under the Dodge name back in 1981. Switching to the Ram nameplate in 2009 for the 4th generation, with the 5th generation Ram that you see here with us since 2019 and facelifted last year for 2025. The Rebel that you see here is Ram's original off-road model before the TRX released back in 2015. And for 2026, after discontinuing the loved Hemi V8 engine for the previous 2025 model year, Ram has brought it back for the 2026 model year, just about for all trim levels and soon to be available on the Rebel, with rumors that the 6.4-liter Hemi, either the 470 to 485 horsepower SRT version or the 405 to 415 horsepower version out of the HD trucks. Either way, that's some pretty exciting news from Ram. And outside of the TRX, which is supposed to be back later this year, the 2026 Ram 1500 is available in 12 trims, ranging from the $42,000 base Tradesman up to the top $88,000 Tungsten. Here we have the $64,000 Rebel with the base price of $64,195, sitting towards the middle of the Ram lineup when it comes to pricing, but surprisingly loaded and capable. What else do we get for that money though? Let's jump right in. So the front styling, get the black contrast to the silver metallic. It's been a pretty rainy day today, so you're not going to see the metallic sparkles in the Florida sun, but even in this rain, this is a seriously aggressive looking pickup truck with full LED headlamps, LED fog lights down below, full front parking sensing, no forward-facing camera or 360, but that's just about the only feature not available on this Rebel, and you'll check that out when we take a step inside. Black steel bumper to match the grille, full front parking sensing, panel housing our advanced safety features, and our recovery hooks. Sport hood, and for 2026, the Hurricane lettering is underneath the 1500, no longer saying SST. I did kind of think the SST was a little bit confusing. The Hurricane does look a little bit cooler. The sport hood, the vents, not being functional, but it does look very cool. And speaking of looks very cool, we get added ride height here for the Rebel, some fender flares, and 33-inch tires with 18-inch black wheels wrapped in Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain Duratrack tires. Dimensions are 275/70 R18, 6-lug pattern, and hopefully you get a good look at the suspension setup. We had some black contrast for the rocker panel side skirt area specific to the Rebel, running boards which do compromise maybe an inch or two of ground clearance, but it makes it significantly easier getting in and out of this truck. We get the tow mirrors too with LED turn signals on them, blind spot monitoring on the glass with our additional mirror beneath. Smart access for the driver and the front passenger, all black window trim. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2026 Rebel. We have a storm drain over here making a little bit of noise, but again, there's a side profile with the Rebel lettering in the rear bed area. Shark fin style antenna up top, no panoramic moonroof. The gas cap is push to open with easy fill. And for the Hurricane engine, I believe you could throw 87 octane fuel, but I'd recommend sticking to premium. The fender flare continues out rear. No full wheel well liners. You can add those in the aftermarket, but I kind of wish they had that here for this off-roady model. The same rear wheel and tire setup with a smaller brake caliper. We mentioned the Rebel lettering. We do not get full LED taillights. The reverse light appears to be LED, but the turn signals do not. We get the steel rear bumper step, which is pretty easily deployable, and to put it away, just kick the opposite end. Black exhaust tips, new badging since 2025, Rebel lettering in the left corner and 4x4 on the right side. I'll leave a link right over here to show you exactly what this truck can tow. And with the level 2 equipment group on the Rebel, we get a power tailgate. And with the bed equipment group, we get the rail system, the cargo outlet, and the bed liner, which otherwise would be around a $600 aftermarket charge. Hopefully I can show you guys the 400-watt outlet with our LED box lighting. The payload capacity is about 1,450 pounds, which isn't amazing, but that's pretty good considering the options and features and off-road capability. Definitely not towards the bottom of the segment. And with the Rebel's 392 gears, we can tow over 11,000 pounds. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing so, but it is capable of doing it. And with the power tailgate, it comes right back up. We mentioned the black exhaust tips. Speaking of the black exhaust tips, let's fire up this 3-liter Hurricane twin turbo straight 6, and here are the sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the Hurricane 3-liter twin-turbo straight six sold by Ram for the 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel, and it sounds okay. Cranking out 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, sending the power to the rear or all 4 wheels with a full and part-time 4-wheel drive system. You can expect a 4.9 second 0 to 60 time. That's what Car and Driver tested this truck at, which is a no-joke performer. Already the quickest truck in the segment, and not even the quickest truck you can get from the Ram lineup, outside of the TRX, of course, which will do a sub 4 second 0 to 60 time. The high output version of this Hurricane straight six will do 0 to 60 in the low 4-second range. So Ram's selling just about the quickest trucks out on the road today, and as you'll see when we take it out for a drive, they also drive the best, at least in my opinion. I am a Ram owner, so I might be a little bit biased, but that's about it for the outside of this 2026 Ram 1500. Let's take a step inside. Again, we get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. I'll take this plastic piece, put it in my pocket, and turn these lights off so the truck's not yelling at me. But up top, just like the Laramie, we get soft touch materials, carbon contrast, soft touch in the center, and aluminum door handle, 2-person memory seats, part of the Level 2 equipment group. We get the 19-speaker Harman Kardon, also part of the Level 2 equipment group. But again, the Laramie materials continue. We get 2-window auto one touch, dual pane windows. We're not gonna roll them down because of the tints. You can take my word for it, we get the dual panes, power folding mirrors with the tow mirror adjustments, ton of storage with cup holders. We mentioned the running boards, a Ram plastic step-in plate, and Rebel specific seats. They are similar to the Laramie, but we don't get any of that suede Alcantara, which I prefer. These are gonna be much easier to clean. I like the Rebel lettering, and they're electric adjusted. With lumbar control, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. But taking a step inside, oops, almost slipped and fell. We can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. But as you guys see, I am about to get killed with a storm, so we're gonna try to hurry things up here. We said that this is very similar of an interior to the Laramie. That is true, however, you have to get the leather seat package for about $1,500, which also includes the ventilated seats. Then you're sitting around the same level as the Laramie, and with this Level 2 equipment group, it's a really, really nice interior with the leather wrapped steering wheel. We get the adjustments for the infotainment screen with our trip computer. Map is loading. Please wait, there we go. Navigation screen, off-road, vehicle dynamics, trailer tow, audio, messages, settings, and a digital speedometer with 2 different speedometers that you can adjust between digital and analog. My personal favorite screen to leave it at would be this analog display. You can hang up and answer your phone calls. Drive mode selector, also new for 2025, or since 2025. We get tow, sport, off-road, and auto with snow mode. We'll start off in sport, try it out in auto, and just see what the differences are. Actually, we'll start off in auto and then try it out in sport. Gear limit on the right side, turning off the cylinder deactivation and also limiting our gear, of course. Adaptive cruise control with the adjustments on the right side. The stocks have a pretty premium feel to it. No auto rain sensing wipers, unfortunately. Interior lighting, auto headlamps, fog lights, and puddle lamps. The air vents have a premium resistance to it. Leather dashboard and 3 Harman Kardon speakers on the dashboard itself. We get garage home link settings, electronic parking brake, adjustable pedals, which you can hopefully check out on camera. I know it's tough to see with the steering wheel in the way. And with the Level 2 equipment group from Ram, we also get the larger 14.4-inch touchscreen if the 12-inch touchscreen wasn't big enough. With just about perfect response and resolution, we can recenter it. Our home screen, we get music and our map. Media takes a second to load up. There we go. Comfort, here we have our heated and ventilated seat adjustments with the shortcuts in the top right corner. Phone, vehicle settings, here we can turn on or off our mirror dimmer. Passenger screen, you can turn on or off. You can also turn the passenger screen on with a click of a button. Can't really see it from a driver's perspective, but you got HDMI connectivity. You can hook up your Xbox, you can watch YouTube videos from the passenger screen, and the driver shouldn't be distracted because it does have a privacy glass. You get our apps right next to it. With our off-road pages, pretty cool for the Rebel, and let's see what our off-road pages include. You get our steering angle, so as you turn your wheel, the angle changes, gauges, and pitch and roll. All pretty cool features to look at. My personal favorite to leave it at would be the map. We get our trailer steering beneath, gain, and you can turn on or off your parking sensors. Backup camera, We get a super high resolution, guidance lines, and trajectory, but unfortunately, no 360. At this price point, a 360 would be appreciated. It's not needed, but it is something that I would like to have at this price point. And the gear selector here, post facelift, feels much more premium. We get full-time four-wheel drive, axle lock, terrain management. You can turn off your auto engine start stop. The level 2 equipment group also includes the dual wireless chargers, 3 USB-Cs, 3 USB-As, and our HDMI port right next to it. Ton of storage down below too. I got my 64-ounce water bottle in there. You'll fit 24 to 32-ounce bottles in these cup holders, with some additional storage, coin slots, and a nice soft armrest. Some additional storage, USB-A port. You can open up this second tier with our math equations and a ton of additional storage with a divider, which hopefully you can pick up on camera. Because of the passenger screen, however, we don't have the dual glove boxes. Not necessarily in the world. Ram does give you a pretty decently sized glove box. You'll fit 15 to 20 license plates. Should be able to fit 2 pairs of shoes, and should be able to fit 6 Harry Potter books. We get a frameless, auto-dimming rear view mirror. The interior lights are LED. We get our power trunk release, assists. We mentioned the garage home link settings. This Rebel does not get the panoramic moonroof, but we do get the 5th opening window back there. The window sticker, let's take a quick look at it for this 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel Crew Cab 4x4, starting just over 64,000 bucks, coming standard with 4-wheel drive, which is cool, but doesn't come standard with the luxury leather trim bucket seats. Those are 1,545 bucks. Must-have feature in my opinion. I wouldn't necessarily mind if they just had this vehicle start at 65,800 and included the leather seats, but then it would start above the Laramie technically, and they won't be able to call this the value pack trim. The trailer tow group, 2,500 bucks basically, with the tire pressure for the trailer brake controller, power adjustable auxiliary mirrors, trailer reverse steering, and the black powerful trailer tow mirrors. Interesting, it's like they labeled it twice, but it's a pretty expensive package. It's already a pickup truck, plenty capable when it comes to towing. Unless you've never towed before and feel way more comfortable with all these goodies, I'd recommend skipping that package. The bed utility group for 545 bucks, coming with the bed liner, which is already worth the money. Then you got the AC outlet, deployable bed step, 4 adjustable cargo tie downs. So the 545 bed utility group, I would consider that a must-have feature. The level 2 equipment group, I wouldn't call it must-have, but it is really, really sweet. Here we get the heated second row seats, driver memory seats, power seats from the passenger, lumbar control for the passenger, the larger screen, power pedals, power tailgate, dual wireless charger, the approach lamps, power folding mirrors, 19 speaker Harman Kardon audio system. We get the passenger screen, rain sensitive windshield wipers. I apologize for saying that they're not rain sensitive, they're just not labeled rain sensitive, with a 115 volt rear power outlet. I wouldn't call it a must-have feature, but for 2,795 bucks, you definitely get your money's worth. $695 for the side steps. I'd recommend just going with something aftermarket. $195 for the tow assist kit. So this is a really, really nice truck with a $2,100 destination charge. That is pretty pricey. So totaled out right under 75,000 bucks. It is getting up there in price, but you can probably spec this truck closer to 70,000 bucks and have everything you possibly want or need, and give it a couple months. Once these start sitting on the lots for a little bit, just like the 2025 model year, you're gonna see some serious discounts. Wouldn't be surprised if you wait 3-4 months, you can pick one of these up for around the 67-ish out the door. Maybe even less. I've seen some serious deals, but not for the 2026 model year yet. Taking a step out back, hopefully we can beat this storm that looks like I'm currently right in the middle of. Up top we got hard plastic, so we are going to be saving some money here compared to the Laramie. That is the first feature that, well, let's just take a look real quick before I drop these seats. But the hard plastic is the first feature that we're carrying over from the Bighorn and not the Laramie. We still get the soft leather materials, the power window. They're not dual paint out rear, aluminum door handle, Harman Kardon speaker with the aluminum speaker grill, which solves just about all the rattle issues. We get a ton of storage too. You'll stack 2 14-inch subs, big gulp, and probably 2 footlongs right out front. The side steps continue. We get the Ram storage bins, which are pretty spacious and removable in each corner. It's pretty tightly fit in there, but as you guys see, it is removable. I already showed you guys underneath the seats with the additional storage. The Rebel does not have the slide function for the back seats, but they're still super comfortable. Taking a step inside, the grab handle helps. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, and I have over a foot of knee room, headroom without the panoramic moonroof. I have like 4 inches of it. So if you're shorter than Shaq, you shouldn't have any problem sitting back here. You get air vents back here, 2 heated seats, no ventilated seats, USB A and C ports, 2 of them, and a 115 volt, 400 watt outlet. LED interior light. We get 2 booming speakers right behind the passenger's heads. The armrest is not the premium armrest, also an omission from the Laramie trim. Nice cup holders though, you'll fit about 24-ounce water bottles, or at least you should. That's about it though, guys. For the inside and outside of the 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel, I'm not sure if we're gonna beat the storm, but let's walk around this truck one more time. It is a really nice one. It is starting to get up there in price, but we have just about every option and feature we can possibly want or need, with some of the best performance out of any 1500 pickup out on the road today. The only pickups with better performance are in Ram's lineup. But speaking of performance, let's take the 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. So yeah, we weren't able to avoid the storm, but it looks like it's over for the most part. We'll get to drive over some big puddles and see how this thing handles in some mud, steep. Let's go faster. Boom. Yeah, like this is such a monster off-road. There's mud, bumps. It's like they don't even exist. The ride quality here too. We have a lot of tire pressure in these Max Traction Duratracs, but it keeps the ride very, very good. Huge upgrade in terms of ride quality compared to my 2023 Bighorn. Steering feels very good. It's not very heavy, but it doesn't need to be. It's sharp, direct, and Ram has a consistent steering feel even at higher speeds. That's not something you can say about every other full-sized pickup truck. Over the speed bumps, I mean, hopefully you can pick it up on camera. We'll hit this one way faster than we should. Not just good ride quality, the body control is competitive with not just SUVs, but pretty athletic SUVs at that. We can take a step out here, open her up a little bit. We're in 4-wheel drive auto, so we can lean into it. I mean, yeah, like it's definitely a wet pavement, but it puts the power down well, really well. You're not gonna have any traction issues in 4-wheel drive auto. And at higher speeds, you start to hear the tire hum, but it's super, super minimal. With these 19 speakers and the Harman Kardon audio system, just turn it up a little bit and you're not gonna hear anything. Brake pedal feels very good, easily the best brake pedal. It's the quickest truck, so it makes sense that it also slows down the best. Looks like some huge puddles up there. I must say, I'm not a huge fan of the inline 6-cylinder, but compared to V6s, I do think it has a pretty good sound. Huge puddle. I mean, this is a pretty good truck to be driving in these kind of weather conditions, that's for sure. Boom! Oh my God. Yeah. Like, I don't love driving in the rain, but with the Rebel, sure makes things a lot easier. Okay, yeah, this is more than a puddle. This is some flooding. Oh my God. Whew, good Lord. Yeah, but even through flooding, I mean, the Rebel has absolutely no issue plowing right through it. No, it's definitely not the tide. We just drove by a canal and we got at least 10 more feet until that water starts coming up. So it's the storm drains. Looks like a good opportunity to try one out off the line. We'll do a slight brake torque. Let's go. Oh my God. We do not have to push it any further in the rain, but wow. This thing hauls butt. And we hold on to our gear in sport mode. Brakes still feel really good. Steering feels a little bit better in sport. I like this. And coming out. Wow. Oh my God, this is a powerhouse. Again, I love the Hemi, but can't argue how much better this is of a performer. Now, if they throw the 6.4 into this truck, I can say that I would take this over the 6.4, but compared to the 5.7 Hemi, especially in the high output version, the Hurricane is a really, really good powertrain. Handling, I mean, it's wet, so we're not going to push it too far, but it handles good and a lot of power. A lot. And quiet. I mean, sure, you can hear the puddles a little bit, but these dual pane windows keep this interior just about silent. Brake pedals just great here. Handling good. It's great for a truck. I always say the Silverado is the best handling 1500. And yeah, the Silverado and the Sierra still has a slight edge over the Ram in terms of handling. But when you factor in how much better of a ride quality the Ram has, I think this handles just fine. If anything, the Silverado, it can use a little bit of a compromise for handling if they just made the ride quality a little bit softer. If you don't have an adaptive suspension in the Silverado or the Sierra, if you're used to the Ram 1500's ride quality, you might not even consider those trucks to be comfortable. That's how much stiffer they ride. So sure, they handle a little bit better, but I don't necessarily think it's worth it. Brakes feel so good. And we'll open her up one more time coming out here on the gas. Monster brakes. And we throw it in. Good handling. I mean, it's an awesome truck. It definitely makes me consider getting a new one, that's for sure. And because of that, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel. I mean, I personally want one myself. It's just so good at absolutely everything. Even the payload, we're at over 1,400 pounds of payload, which I know, it's not amazing. The Bighorn will be closer to 1,700 pounds, but this is so much cooler than a Bighorn. It rides better, it's more comfortable, it's way more capable. So sure, you're paying an extra $7,000 to $10,000, but we're getting standard four-wheel drive. We get the standard Hurricane engine. We don't get standard leather seats with heated and ventilation, but for $1,500 you do. We don't get the standard Harman Kardon audio system, but for $2,700 you do, and among a ton of other options and features. Would I recommend loading it up to $75,000? Not necessarily, but it's genuinely worth it. And if you wait a few months, we're gonna start seeing some serious discounts on these, just like we did in 2025. And if that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel. And a big thanks to Mike and the rest of the management and staff here at Furman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and as for Mike. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. It's a little bit stormy. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.